life, when I was at that point in my life where I needed some help, they got me through that moment, and I began to pray. And all of a sudden, the doors just opened, and Mr. Holton Boggs called me on one of my old phones that just had a few minutes on it. He said, "You need to get over to my house. Early and I are about to launch the biggest project of our lifetime. We want you to be about. Come on over." I was too embarrassed to tell him how I was living. He had probably heard some parts of the story. I was too embarrassed to tell him I no longer had the nice fancy cars. And I was too embarrassed to tell him that we were moving in from a U-Haul truck into an empty house that was uninhabitable, had no running water, had mold, it was mold infested, no carpet in there, no AC at all. But I had been praying for something, and he was the only one. You were the only one who was still willing to help me. That's right. I just got in my sofa. And I was looking for change. I went next door and I told the neighbor, "I know you don't know me, but I need your car. I need it right now." A friend of mine just called me. They're launching the biggest project of their life. I don't have anything, but I dug down in my sofa and I was looking for change, and I came in with about $10 worth of change. I put that in her car, and I went over to your house, and we were in your house, and you started talking real crazy about coffee. And I said, "No, my son was with me. I was listening to you out of respect, but I wasn't really there. I was physically there, but mentally, brother, I was gone." But my son was there, he was sick, and then Holton offered us some coffee. My son drank the lattes called 4-in-1 back then, and he was having some different stuff happening in his body, all right, that was making him feel really good, Mr. Shane Moran, about the product. And I remember early, called Holton for something, he stepped away for just a quick moment. I'm sitting there on your sofa, the one I bought from you, that big, that custom sofa. And we're sitting there, you're drawing out the plan, you're talking about what the vision of the company, where it's going to be, and you step away, and I'm sitting there with my son who's sick. And my son looks up and says, "Dad, I can tell you're not really interested in what's going on here." He says, "I can tell." I didn't know he had been listening. He had on this hoodie, he had his head down. He says, "Dad, I want to give you 3 reasons why we must do this business." And this is what he said to me. And I don't think I've ever told him the rest of the story, but I'm going to share it with you now. He says, "Dad, we've got to do this business." And I said, "Well, why?" He says, "Dad, number one, Mr. Shane, you're going to appreciate this." He says, "Dad, this product is going to help a lot of people because it's helping me right now." Yeah. He was on prednisone, steroids, all kind of stuff. It was messing his body up. Nothing was working. And he drank 1 cup of his coffee, Shane, and his energy went through the roof. He says, "Dad, I don't know what's in here, but it's going to help a lot of people because it's helping me right now." Wow. The second reason why we got to do this business, I know we've lost everything. We don't have our BMWs no more. We don't have our Mercedes no more. We don't have our custom home no more. We don't have no money in the bank no more. But Dad, we don't have any friends anymore. But Dad, I want you to know the second reason why we must do this business is because, Dad, I still believe in you. And I still Wow. We've got some people who have never lied to us. They've always told us the truth. They've always been there for us, no matter what. Always. He says, "Dad, we don't know anything about this business, but we can win. We can get back on top because we've got hope in an early mode." You don't realize what you did for me. You and I had a conversation. We had a conversation. You spoke some words into my life. You spoke some very powerful words. We were walking out of the room. And I want to thank you for that, because you have no idea what you've done for me. You have no idea. Just save me a seat, because I'm coming for what's mine.